My mom would have acknowledged that she'd been deceived. She was failed not just by a rogue reporter, but with the aid of leaders at the BBC who regarded the other way, instead of asking the tough questions. Lady Jane, regularly visible as the quieter of the two sisters, surprised many along with her openness at some point of the identical dialogue. She reflected on Diana's struggles with the overwhelming pressures of being within the royal spotlight, something Jane said becomes specifically difficult for her to witness. Jane described Diana's bravery in managing challenges that no one could have organized her for, all at the same time as retaining her focus on supporting others. But it became Jane's remarks about the connection among Diana and her sons that without a doubt touched human beings' hearts. She spoke about how an awful lot Diana adored William and Harry and how she ensured that they had as everyday a youth as viable, notwithstanding their royal duties. My jacket, welcome. Jane also found out that she remains close to both of her nephews, often sharing memories of Diana with them. The sisters additionally addressed the general public's fascination with Diana. Both Sarah and Jane acknowledged the love and admiration humans continue to have for her, saying it's far both comforting and overwhelming. They noted that even as Diana's humanitarian efforts and personality make her unforgettable, it's also essential to permit her legacy grow through the paintings being completed in her call nowadays. Throughout their comments, Sarah and Jane emphasized their role in keeping Diana's legacy, not just for their circle of relatives, but additionally for the world. They referred to the charities and businesses that retain Diana's paintings, which includes her efforts to combat landmines and aid the ones stricken by AIDS. For Sarah and Jane, this is not about conserving onto the past, however making sure that Diana's imaginative and prescient for a higher international lives on. This rare second of openness from Diana's sisters gave the public an intimate check out an aspect of Diana's story that isn't always regularly told. Their words carried a combination of love, grief, and delight, leaving folks that heard them with a deeper appreciation for Diana's life and legacy. What the sisters discovered next, approximately their ongoing struggles and triumphs in maintaining Diana's reminiscence alive, will go away you even greater inspired. Keep watching to discover. The sisters' position in retaining Diana's legacy have taken on the obligation of continuing Princess Diana's humanitarian efforts and ensuring her legacy stays impactful. Over the years, they have worked quietly yet meaningfully far from the general public highlight, often collaborating with groups that Diana supported at some stage in her lifetime. Their efforts demonstrate their deep dedication to wearing forward their sister's vision, in spite of the challenges of doing so below the weight of public scrutiny. One of the important ways Sarah and Jane have preserved Diana's legacy is via helping causes that have been close to her coronary heart. They had been actively involved in efforts to cope with the issues of landmine clearance, HIV/AIDS recognition, and the welfare of deprived kids, all reasons Diana championed tirelessly all through her existence. They have helped continue Diana's groundbreaking paintings in bringing interest to humanitarian crises that others would possibly neglect. Sarah mainly has played a seen role in a number of those efforts. She served as president of the Diana, Princess of Wales Memorial Fund, an agency installed after Diana's dying to support projects aligned together with her values. Congratulations! How does it sense triumphing the award? Absolutely marvelous. As I stated, it's a real tribute to partnerships, and supporting the Cluster Munitions Coalition has been truly a fantastic privilege. Under Sarah's leadership, the fund furnished thousands and thousands of greenbacks and grants to numerous tasks worldwide, together with efforts to combat poverty and sell education in underprivileged communities. While the fund closed in 2012, its impact lives on. The Diana Princess of Wales Memorial Trust, a proof of Sarah's willpower to honoring Diana's reminiscence via significant motion. Jane, although less public in her involvement, has made equally essential contributions. She has regularly labored behind the curtain, lending her support to occasions and campaigns that uphold Diana's values. For instance, Jane has maintained strong ties with Diana's sons, William and Harry, and their households, supplying guidance and sharing memories that assist maintain Diana's presence alive in their lives. Her diffused yet steady presence has performed a key function in connecting the past to the present, making sure that Diana's impact stays relevant even many years after her passing. The sisters' commitment extends past charity paintings. They've also been useful in ensuring Diana's story is informed certainly and respectfully. Over the years, numerous books, documentaries, and interviews have attempted to explain the complexities of Princess Diana's existence, often making her struggles a sensation. In reaction, Sarah and Jane have taken steps to defend their sister's recognition, speak me out when essential to accurate inaccuracies, and remind the arena of Diana's humanity. Sarah and Jane have confronted criticism and challenges of their journey to preserve Diana's legacy. Some have puzzled their choices, which includes their approach to handling the Diana Memorial Fund or their perceived lack of vocal guide for certain causes. Others have speculated about tensions in the Spencer circle of relatives, mainly concerning how Diana's reminiscence is commemorated. However, the sisters have remained focused on their challenge, prioritizing what they believe is the right way to carry ahead Diana's paintings over appeasing public opinion. One of the most emotional aspects in their function has been in dealing with their own grief, even as continuing Diana's mission. Sarah and Jane have each spoken approximately the ache of losing their sister and the difficulty of balancing their private mourning with their public obligations. This dual burden has certainly formed their technique to honoring Diana's legacy, including a few emotional intensity to their efforts that resonates with folks who respect their dedication. In current years, the sisters' determination has taken on new dimensions, especially as Diana's sons have grown into their roles as public figures. Sarah and Jane have supported William and Harry as they face the challenges of royal lifestyles. Most sure members have decided to get into bed with the Satan proper to rehabilitate their image.
Yeah.
But the moment that rehabilitation comes on the detriment of others, me, other contributors of my circle of relatives, then that's where I draw the line. Often stepping in to provide a connection to their mother's values and beliefs. This collaboration has saved Princess Diana's effect alive, inspiring younger human beings and cementing her lasting legacy in a way that feels each current and undying. While plenty in their paintings is going left out with the aid of the wider public, Sarah and Jane's efforts have had a large impact on those who have benefited from Diana's legacy. Whether via a toddler whose existence turned into transformed via a scholarship funded through the Diana Memorial, the sisters' contributions have left a lasting mark. Their willpower to focus on movements in preference to words has earned them recognition and admiration, even amongst folks that might not absolutely understand the scope in their paintings. The manner Sarah and Jane have venerated Diana's legacy indicates a balance of recognized love and responsibility. They have proven that keeping a person's memory is set greater than just grand gestures. It's approximately making sure their values retain in significant and tangible ways, but their journey is a ways from over. The challenges they hold to face in protecting and advancing Diana's paintings display how complex it could be to hold on a legacy as impactful as hers. What lies beforehand for Sarah and Jane as they keep Diana's reminiscence alive? Keep looking to find out. The effect of Diana's legacy on William and Harry. You know, I have a smile each night once more whilst a person says something and I think it is precisely what she would have said or she would have enjoyed that comment. So they continually live with you human beings, you lose on that, and my mom lives with me every day. Do you observe Mrs. Parker Bowles turned into an aspect within the breakdown of your marriage? Well, there have been 3 of us in this marriage, so it become a chunk crowded. Princess Diana's sisters have regularly remained within the background, guarding their memories of her. But after they these days shared untold truths, their revelations left anybody stunned. From formative years moments to the hidden struggles Diana confronted within the royal spotlight, their voices have shed new mild on her brilliant adventure. Why have they stayed silent for goodbye? And what sooner or later driven them to speak out now? Join us as we discover their emotional reflections and the testimonies they've never told earlier than Diana's childhood and her course to royalty. Princess Diana's sisters, Lady Sarah McCorkadell and Lady Jane Fellows, regularly stayed far away from the limelight, quietly assisting their circle of relatives in Diana's legacy from backstage. To us, the presenters on each news channel were pronouncing injured, however anticipated to make a full restoration, and I don't have any idea why, but it made me so indignant. However, recent activities have drawn their voices into public conversations, sparking hobby around their views and recollections of Diana. Who wait, too swift for people who worry, too long for folks who grieve, too short for those who have a good time. The consciousness modified while Lady Sarah and Lady Jane both participated in an unprecedented public interview, sharing sincere and deeply emotional information about their courting with Diana, their grief after her tragic death, and the duty of sporting on her work. When I started out my public existence 12 years in the past, I understood the media is probably inquisitive about what I did. What they shared amazed many and left the general public reflecting on Diana's lasting effect. Keep looking to listen what they said that stunned everyone. Lady Sarah, the eldest Spencer sibling, recounted her shared early life with Diana, painting a vibrant photograph in their bond developing up. She described Diana as a blissful and sort-hearted toddler, recalling moments that showed her sister's compassion, even at a younger age. It's a global fascination with Diana because there's in no way been every person like her earlier than, and there's never been everybody like her on account of that. And I suppose humans are involved in the enigma of his work. According to Sarah, Diana usually had a knack for connecting with humans. HIV does now not make people dangerous to recognize, so you can shake their hands and deliver them a hug. Heaven knows they need it. Whether it changed into through her kindness toward body of workers at the Spencer estate or her efforts to consist of classmates who felt neglected. These glimpses into Diana's young people help the general public recognize how deeply rooted her later humanitarian efforts have been in her personality. As Sarah spoke, she addressed the ache of losing her sister so tragically. She admitted that the loss is something her circle of relatives continues to feel, particularly for the duration of critical milestones like Diana's sons, William and Harry, becoming dad and mom themselves. One of his maximum candid interviews ever, Britain's Prince William is speaking approximately the effect of dropping his mother. He's hoping to help others by sharing his very non-public thoughts.